I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Why can I not beat this guy? How does he keep punishing this option? If you've asked yourself these questions, it's safe to say you're trying to improve in the respective fighting game you play. Let me introduce you to your most important tool, the replay viewer. As the name suggests, it allows you to watch a match back that you either have stored or auto-saved onto your profile. I'll be using Street Fighter 6 for the purposes of this video. This is one of the easiest ways you can improve at any skill tier or division. I'll be talking through some friendlies I ran with my younger brother as an example. In this replay, we're running a Ken Ditto. You want to break down your replay into the following segments. What worked, what didn't work, and what should I adjust in my neutral. We'll be using this clip here as our first example. Here, I'm playing neutral, and I'm throwing out an unsafe heavy kick and get punished for it. I'm low on drive bar, so I really shouldn't be using any EX moves or parrying unless I know I can get it off. I see he's on a low bar, and I try to force him into burnout thinking he'll fall for wake up DP. He doesn't, and now I'm burnt out. What worked was I forced him over the course of the round to use more of his drive bar than he wanted. And what went wrong was during that I used too much of mine and went for unsafe options leading to burnout. A pattern I see in my neutral is that I throw out too many unsafe options and get punished for it. So we're going to use that as an example of what you should be looking for in your replay viewer. It pretty much boils down to a self-analysis. Think through what other options your character has, think through what interactions could have been better, things that you did right, and start to become aware of your habits. Whether they lead to positive things or negative things, it's beneficial to be self-aware of how you play the game, because those are the things that your opponent will look for when they're playing against you. Now that leads into a conversation about adaptation, which we'll get to later down the road. We just analyzed the replay from the losing match. Now, let's try that from the other angle. Let's try it from a winning match. And believe it or not, you can still learn from a winning match. Maybe some mistakes were made, but you still pulled out the W, and for long term, that's not always going to cut it. The point of this series is to optimize, to get better consistently. That is the key word here, consistently. And if we just take the W at face value, then we really aren't going to get any better. Before we analyze the replay of the winning match, if you guys like this video so far, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Now, on to the winning match. So right here, I wasn't expecting the drive impact to launch me so far, and it seems he didn't either, so he goes for EXDP and misses. This gives me the opportunity to punish, and I successfully get myself out of a bad scenario. Now what went wrong here was I failed to realize I could be crushed from so far away. What went right was I capitalized on a bad scenario and I turned it around. I get 2 successful read options, then I get too greedy and I go for Dragon Lash, leading to me getting punished. Now again, I don't manage my resources, so I'm in burnout trying to force him into burnout, which is not a state you want to be in. For those who don't know, normally you do not take damage on block, but in burnout you will take chip damage, and this has led to not only myself losing games, but many clips I've seen from other players losing games the same way, and it really comes down to resource management, which again will be another topic discussed in a separate video. Being in burnout also means you can't use EX moves, you can't use the drive bar for any functions such as drive parry, drive rush, or drive impact. So it's very important that you try to optimize and stay out of burnout as much as possible. I noticed I have a bad habit in neutral to jump into drive impact and not EXDP with Ken or jab to break it. Instead, I tend to throw out very unsafe options if I have the life lead, which is a very bad habit in this game. Do not be like me. So here, I'm on the defensive in the corner. I expect to grab since he typically likes to go for jumping and then a grab as a mix-up, so I throw out jabs to beat it and make a little bit of space to advance. I read a jump and a counter, I go for lows and I throw a Hadouken as he parries, which forces him into burnout. Here he misses the jump and punish, and I try to chip him and then I go for the Jinrai mix and win it. And that's a longer example for how you can use the replay viewer to your advantage, and what sort of things you should look for generally. It also helps to take notes, to see which moves beat others in terms of priority and range, and having the person you're playing against to talk to also helps a lot. Some things are going to be different depending on what character you're playing as, so please keep that in mind. And to wrap things up, the replay viewer will be your best friend, as with a little bit of focus and thought, you can pick up on your bad habits and change how you play to put yourself in a more advantageous state. Fighting games are about winning and learning. You can't win if you don't learn, whether it comes from losses or from wins. That being said, the replay viewer may be your greatest tool, but practice will be your greatest friend. Losing isn't always fun, and sometimes you get spanked, and in the moment, you won't be able to adapt or understand what went wrong, which is why using replays is so important. You're gonna have bad days, and good days, but consistent practice will be just as, if not more, important. If you like this video, I have more like it on the way. As I grind higher, the kind of content I'll be making will vary, but for now, I want to start at the ground floor. This is a journey we can take together. And if that sounds good to you, then I hope to see you in the next video.